Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to today's video. This is actually my first video I'm filming in my new place, and I'm so happy because I feel super organized right now, and it's just nice to be able to like reach for things and just I don't know, I'm happy with the way that my space is coming together, and I hope you guys like the lighting and everything. It's still kind of like a work in progress, I guess. I'm kind of testing things out, but I hope everything looks okay. And today is the perfect like first video in my new space, which is actually my old space because I was here last year. So you guys might remember this space. The walls are a little bit lighter now, but like I was saying, it's the perfect first like kickoff review. I'm reviewing the new Urban Decay Naked Reloaded eyeshadow palette. I couldn't think of a better like way to start off. I don't know, it's just kind of cool. Like they redid the palette and I'm very excited to share with you guys a tutorial and on my look. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I'm wearing a lot of Urban Decay products today, so this is really exciting. I didn't even realize that the original one is actually gone now, but this is my original naked palette right here, and I feel like I just get very, very nostalgic when I see this palette. It reminds me of like, I don't know, old times and like one of my first eyeshadow palettes. I know it was a lot of people's first eyeshadow palette, but it really takes me back. So we are moving into 2019 with a revamped naked palette. And I was so excited when I saw that they were redoing this palette, and the colors just really looked so nice. And yeah, we have it right here, and I'm very excited to share with you guys what I think. And I do a lot of my review like when I do the tutorial, so if you guys want to find out my thoughts on the new Urban Decay Naked palette and how I got this look and everything, then please keep watching. And I think that's it. Yeah, let's get into it. So I did get this in PR, and I was shocked. Like I did not think I was going to be getting this. The box didn't say Urban Decay, so when I opened it, I was so excited. I think I even like screamed joy because I really wanted to review this for you guys and try it out. So this is the outer carton box, and this is the actual palette. This is the PR box that it came in. It says you're neutral, and then it says unmute your neutral. It says your go-to neutrals just got a major glow up. The Naked Reloaded eyeshadow palette is here, designed with every age, gender, skin tone, and makeup bag in mind. So one thing that's really cool is that they made the pan sizes bigger for like the main shades, which I'll show you guys. And they also, where is it? Oh, here it is. They also included a Urban Decay primer potion. And then this is just like where the palette was sitting in. So it does retail for $44, which I believe is like the regular price of all the naked palettes. And I was saying, you guys, I didn't even know that this one was literally gone. Debating probably decluttering this just because it's old and now you can't get it anymore. Just keeping it more so for like memories purposes. But here's the old one, tried and true. And then we have the new one. I will put them next to each other so you guys can see. Actually, let's do it like this. I think they're the same size. So we have in the new palette these two shades. These two shades right here, like the transition shade. We have a matte shade, then this gold shade, Barely Baked, and then this shade right here, it has a slight shimmer to it. It's called Bribe. Those pan sizes are bigger. So I know that I always hit pan on those shades. So I was very, very excited that they did that. Very small difference. In the original one, each pan is 1.3 grams. In the new one, they're 1.1 grams. So they downgraded like a tiny bit, but I think it's worth it because you do get the bigger shades in here. So I think that's probably why they did that. It makes sense. It's really fun. It's like this squishy, like soft fabric feeling material. I don't know, I like it. Like I like holding it, and like when I opened it I was like, ooh, that's so fun. Is the velvet. But I like the feeling and the texture of this one better. Like you can see it's kind of just like squishy. That's like the best word I can use to describe it. We have 6 mattes, and then we have 6 shimmer shades. This one's kind of like a satin kind of shade, so I guess it's kind of in between, but it's a nice mix of both. And then you have this fun pop of color with retro. It's kind of a coral, and I think that they did a really nice job updating it and bringing it into like current times, like and I definitely think that it was good that they did it, because like the other one, it was just kind of like a little bit done, like everyone was kind of done with that color scheme. So we have basically updated neutral naked palette, and I was very excited to kind of dig into this and play. And I have swatched these. I did the eye look already, so I would kind of know how I felt about it. They're very easy to work with, and the shades are very soft. There is fallout with like the shimmer shades, but overall I think it is a really nice eyeshadow palette. But I do want to play with it a bit more and do some more looks before I like give a full opinion, because this is just a first impressions. The original one is a lot more muted and cool toned. Like you can see, I never touched crepe or gunmetal ever. And then the new one is just much more warmer, much more, to me, like inviting. Not that there's anything wrong with like a cool tone. And I do love the two shades, Virgin and Sin and Naked and Buck. I mean, I do love this palette. Like these shades right here are like my favorites right here in the front. Half Baked is really nice as well. And then we have Smog, Dark Horse, like Toasted I used a ton. Like classic Urban Decay shades in here. So in my setup now, I do have a window to the left of me, but I thought the light was almost a little bit too harsh, so I closed the window. I hope the lighting is okay. I'm gonna move up close so you guys can get like a better feel for the eye look that I'm doing. Our package did come with a primer potion, but I already had one. I'm still using up my original one. I'm almost done with it, but I will use the new one that I had. This is the one that came in the package too. I just have a spare one because they previously sent me one. And this is Urban Decay primer potion. So, oh, it's a wand. I'm so surprised. The other one that I have is a squeeze tube, so I'm a little bit like, oh, okay. So I'm just gonna put this all over my eye and just blend it in. One of my absolute favorite eyeshadow primers. I've been using this forever, like since it was in that cute little genie bottle. So again, just bear with me on the lighting. I'm still trying to figure out if this is the best setup or whatever, but here we are. So here's the Naked Reloaded palette, and here's the shades, and I'm still trying to figure out what kind of look I want to do, but I definitely know that I want to start out putting this matte shade all over my lid, that shade Bribe, and I love that it's a big pan size. Oh my gosh, it's super creamy. Love a good like matte cream shade. You guys know that. I love my Wet n Wild Creme Brulee, and this one I can tell is gonna be a favorite already. Like I always hit pan on my like matte shades in the palette, but I love that they made this double the size. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing with that shade Bribe. And this is just a Coastal Scents like brush I got in a kit from Coastal Scents. And it's not completely matte. I'm noticing as I look up close, there is a slight shimmer to it, but it's not anything crazy. Okay, so then I think for my crease and for my transition, I'm going to take the shade Boundaries, and this is another shade that's like slightly wider than the other colors. And this is like a warm tone brown shade with like an orange base, this one right here. And I'm just going to use my Wet n Wild crease brush. Oh wow, there's definitely like fallout when you tap your brush in, but I'm assuming it's just going to be a very soft shadow. And I'm just going to use the mirror in here to kind of help me. And this is just gonna help us like blend all the other shades. Now I'm like super curious if you guys are going to get this palette too. Let me know. Maybe this review will help you decide if you want to get it. I'm happy that they redid the palette because I was just decluttering my eyeshadow palettes the other day before I was moving, and I noticed that I kind of felt like I outgrew, very powdery by the way, like I was saying when you dip your brush in. I kind of outgrew the original Naked palette, but I couldn't bear to get rid of it because it's like a classic. Blend it out really nicely as well. So I'm just going to do the same thing for this eye. Just put that in the crease and then blend it. I love that the shade is wider. Always looking for like that perfect transition shade, and I think this might be it. This is a good, I feel like, palette that you can travel with. Like a good neutrals palette. Why am I getting creasing right there? That's weird. I usually never get any creasing. Not really effortlessly. I'm not having any issues yet. Just that it's a bit messy when you dip your brush in, but I'm not getting any fallout yet. Let's see when it comes to the other like darker shades. One of my bad habits, and I notice I do it a lot, and I think that's why my lips get really dry, is I will like bite the skin off my lip. It's such a bad habit, but like when your lips are dry and chapped, it's like you almost can't help it. It's just kind of like an annoying habit. I think I want to take the shade Burn, and it's kind of like a copper shimmery brown, and I'm just gonna put that, I think, like right before here, like right in this middle piece. So this is Burn. A nice shimmer to it, and it's sticking really well on the eye, but I did get fallout. You guys can see that. So it is definitely like a messier shade. Has really nice pigmentation, but I'm glad I did not put on foundation yet. And I'm just using a flat shader brush. This is a synthetic brush, so I could get the most out of the color. Type of color always calls to me. It's like that shimmery shade. My camera, of course, is probably gonna wash it out. I'm just gonna use this on the front part of my eye. This is kind of like a pressed pigment shade, and I need to see if it's one of those colors that needs to be wet. Like I feel like, I don't know if this is gonna stick, but let's see, because the other one stuck pretty well. But it is definitely a messy shade. It's very soft, and I feel like it's gonna be so pretty for the inner corner too. It's so pretty. Just kind of lightens everything up. I do though want to see what it looks like wet, so I am gonna spray my brush. This is the Wet n Wild coconut spray. Foil it and make it like so much brighter. Yeah, you can already see what a difference it made. Look at the difference between this eye, how much brighter that is, and then that. So definitely these like shimmer shades, I feel like they benefit so much with some setting spray. I'm gonna do, and of course I do this in every look, so this is really no surprise. I'm gonna take a little bit of my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, put that on the inner corners, and then I'm gonna put more of that shade on top. What's it called again? Angel Fire. Angel Fire is like one of the standout shades in the palette. Like when I look at the palette, I'm instantly drawn to it. And the next shade I want to use is Endgame, which is that brown shade. I feel like I'm doing a more like a basic look. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm just gonna take that and put that into the outer corner and just blend it a little into the crease, because I really just want to get a feel for the eyeshadows. But so far I really like what I'm seeing. But you can see here I did have some pretty intense fallout, but it's no big deal. You just wipe it away. This shade is really nice too. Endgame. And then same thing for this side. These shades are honestly very easy to work with. And if they weren't, I would definitely tell you guys. I just feel like I'm covering up that really pretty burn color we put on before. Like you can't really see it anymore. Back into Burn and just add a little bit more, because like I was saying, I feel like we lost that, and I just love that color, so I don't want to lose it. Just blend it in. I think I'm going to take the shade Endgame and just use that to kind of like smoke out the lower lash line a little bit. I never go too crazy with this because I don't feel like a heavy under eye looks like really, really good on me. And this is like a little Morph brush, Morph M515. and then I'm just going to clean it up with some concealer. I'm going to take my CYO Get It Bright brightening pencil. I'm going to use that in my lower lash line, or my waterline. I totally thought I lost this pencil, and then I found it and I was like, yay, when I was organizing and moving everything. Okay, so love this pencil from CYO. You can get it at Walgreens. It's like $3 to $5. It's really affordable. So I'm going to try and use as many like Urban Decay products that I can, and I actually have some that I had in my acrylic draws that I wanted to try. So I'm going to use the Perversion Waterproof Fine Point Eye Pen. I love these types of pens because they're so easy to do a wing with. So I've really been wanting to test this one out. Really nice like fine tip. So let's see, I am like super picky with these types of pens. So let's try. Okay, so far so good. Draw my wing. Okay, that was like super easy. I love the way the wing turned out. It's such a black pen. I'm actually like so kind of upset that this is the first time I'm trying this because it's so good. I'm just gonna fill in the little spaces. And I'm literally just following the edge of the eyeshadow. There's been so many things that I've been wanting to try, and I feel like now with my setup, I feel like I can see everything, and it's just such a breath of fresh air to be able to like play with everything that I want to like play with, and I can just reach in my new draws, like the acrylic draws, and just grab something. I'm gonna have to show you guys and do like a whole video on it because I'm so happy with the way that everything's turning out. I'm not done yet with organizing, but I'm so happy with it so far. Another Urban Decay product here that I still have to try, it's the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, and this is another mascara that I've just been dying to try. I've just been going through testing so many different mascaras that I haven't had a chance for this one yet, but look how big this is. It's a really big mascara wand, and let's see what ooh, it's like a big, chunky, natural brush, which is my favorite. So let's see, I'm a pretty harsh judge of mascaras. I have ones that I like love and that I'm obsessed with. So let's see, I already curled my lashes with my, what's it called? Lash curler. Okay, so far, I could already tell right away the things about this mascara that kind of differentiate it from other ones. So like I think because the wand is so big, it has trouble kind of gripping onto the lashes. So it's kind of giving more of like a fluffy lash look, which definitely has its place. I don't think it's gonna give you the volume, but for me it's more like a kind of like a feathery mascara look. Like it's not more natural. To me, it's just a little bit more on the natural side. This might be a good layering mascara. Like you could do this one and then do something that gives a little bit more like volume. I'm not gonna do my under eye mascara because I feel like it interferes with when I'm doing concealer. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go off camera. I have to charge my battery, and I'm gonna do my foundation and concealer and everything off camera, and then I will come back and chat with you guys a little bit more, and you can see the final look, and we can kind of talk about my thoughts on the new Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. So I will see you guys in a second. All right guys, I am back and I finished up my face. I put on some lashes. These are my favorite lashes. They're the Kiss Pixie Blowout Lash, and then I put on my Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. This is in bronze. I put this all over, really like all over my face. I'm wearing Burt's Bees Blush in Toasted Cinnamon. So this is the blush I'm wearing definitely one of my favorites. It's so beautiful and like the perfect kind of like peachy tone. For lip liner, I'm wearing this I got from Ulta, it was like a week ago, and one of my favorite fashion bloggers said she loved this. It's the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Soft Spoken. It looks a bit darker on the outside, but it's like the perfect like dark pink liner. It looks really good with nude shades. So that's all I have on right now on my lips. For face, I'm wearing the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation, which so many of you guys told me to get. So I got this from TJ Maxx. It looks really, really good so far. I mean, I just put it on, but I also love that there's a pump. Very impressed with this, and it was only like $7.99. For concealer, I'm wearing the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I love this too. This is a really good combination. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys some lipsticks that Urban Decay sent over. This was maybe around Valentine's Day they sent this, and I wanted to wear one of these. So we have Naked, Firebird, Love Drunk, and Heartless. And I think I'm gonna go with Heartless because of course it's like a nude color. It was between this or Naked, and I still have to play around with the deeper shades. They're just like so out of my comfort zone, but I have to start to try to wear some different lip colors. It's just hard for me. Love my nudes. So this is a Comfort Matte. I really like the Comfort Matte formula. So what this looks like, it's like the perfect pink, and I feel like it's gonna look really pretty with this lip liner. Love it. It's perfect. It's exactly kind of like the color I wanted to go for. And then I'm just going to top it off with some gloss. So I'm going to top it off with this nude gloss. It is a bit more on the sheer side, so it looks good layered over a lipstick. It's another one I got at Ulta the other day. It's NYX Lip Lingerie Gloss in Shy. And I feel like it's going to be perfect on top. Another thing I like to do is after I put everything on, I like to go back in with the lip liner and just kind of like touch up. I feel like it also makes your lips look a little bit bigger too when you kind of go back in and line again. I was missing something, my lower lash mascara, and I'm just gonna go put that on. I always like to do this last, but that also means that I forget to do it sometimes. Alright guys, so this is the completed look, and I'm definitely happy with the way it came out. I feel like I kind of need to look again because I didn't really get a good look. I feel like it looks so much better with like lashes and mascara and everything. And I feel like I want to do a couple more looks with it. Like I need to form more of an opinion and try it a few more times before I'm like giving my full-on opinion, because this is just a first impressions. But my first impressions is that I really do like it. I think it is a really nice upgrade from the original Naked palette. And I feel like the shades are definitely more modern and current than the original palette. Like I was telling you guys, I kind of outgrew that one, and this one I feel like is more 2019. It's more, you know, warm tones, and I feel like it's something that I definitely could use on a weekly basis. And I want to do like more of an everyday look. I want to play around a little bit more. I kind of went for something that I feel like is a little pretty dramatic. Like I use the darkest shade in the palette. You're not gonna get these crazy like deep looks because there is only one dark shade in here, but again, this is the Naked palette. It's supposed to be more natural, so we shouldn't be expecting these like very dramatic looks with the Naked palette. It's supposed to kind of look, like I said, more natural, like you're literally kind of not wearing anything. I just wanted to do something a bit more bold, and I wanted to play with as many shades as I could. But overall, I'm very happy with the quality of the shades. I feel like this shade Endgame, I did have to blend a bit more, and I did have to work it in a bit more. Like it's not a perfect matte by any means. And I have to kind of figure out a way to work the shade Retro in. I mean, I think it's a cool kind of color. I just have to kind of figure out what kind of look I want to do with it. I think it's kind of a fun addition to the palette and makes it a little bit different, because if you take this away, you kind of have, you know, a bit more basic, but then you put that in, it makes it a little bit more fun. I have this shade Dreamweaver that looks like such a fun shade, And I like the upgrade to the packaging. I like that it's soft, this kind of like, I don't even know what you would call this type of material, but I like it. And I'm really happy with the way this look came out. I think it's really pretty. And I definitely recommend checking out this palette. I say go to the store, swatch it. If these are colors that you're interested in, then definitely go for it. If you love the Naked palettes, I think you will really like this one. And again, it's just it is a neutral palette, so it's not gonna be like the craziest palette in your collection, but I definitely think it is really nice. I like the changes that they made. If you guys enjoyed this review, let me know what you think about the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. If you guys are going to pick it up, are you going to pass on it? Are you replacing your original Naked palette with this one? I definitely haven't used my original Naked palette in a while, but this I can definitely see myself using. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!